Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
He was well loved by everyone in the community. We all knew him really well, and we're going to miss him very much.
The Pine Point community in Minnesota is grieving after a young man was the victim of a hit and run. The man police say is responsible for the fatal accident is now in custody. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer visited the town today and spoke with residents who are saddened about losing the beloved 21-year-old.
We've had tragedies in the community before, but when, someone young that we all know, and he was a very special young man, and he would be very well missed in the community.
Sam Crowell tells us the news spread like wildfire Thursday night. 21-year-old Joshua Jones of Ponsford died in a fatal hit and run. It all happened not far from Jones's home while he was walking, something Crowell says he would often do.
Josh would come and sit at the computer and listen to music on the computer. He loved to listen to music.
Crowell says he's known Jones for most of his life, and Jones would often visit the senior center in town. He would help the elders clean up their plates after meals, Crowell tells us. And now, the community is coping with the death of this young man that was loved by so many.
A very close-knit community. Everyone knows one another. When tragedy strikes, we all pull together.
In Pine Point, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
47-year-old Bruce Basswood of Ponsford, Minnesota, remains in custody in the Becker County Jail with formal charges pending. 2 other people who were taken into custody have been released. We are excited to start seeing double digits above 0 instead of single. They're not too far away. But as for tonight, Hutch, another quiet night?
Yes, and cold. Double digits below 0 is what it feels like already across the region. Teens and 20s below for wind chill indices out there, so bundle up if you're heading outdoors for your Friday night plans. Most of us are seeing clear skies minus along the South Dakota border and eastern South Dakota. There's a wind chill advisory tonight for all of our counties in our viewing area. Temperatures sliding well below 0. Even by the 10 o'clock hour, it will be cold. Look at the wind, 5 to 15 miles per hour. So that wind chill will have quite a bite to it tonight, between 25 and 40 below across the region. And single-digit readings below 0 for the early overnight hours as well in Grand Forks. Your hour-by-hour forecast for the weekend ahead is coming up here in just a few moments.
All right. Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
Developing this evening, an anonymous whistleblower called Valley News Live saying there was an underage drinking party at a Thief River Falls teacher's home. Court documents show there was an alleged sexual assault at that party. According to court documents, 19-year-old Logan Gary Lane is being charged with felony criminal sexual conduct for taking advantage of a female who was helpless due to intoxication. This allegedly taking place on December 27th with around 10 to 20 graduates from Lincoln High School in Thief River Falls. Police say it took place in the house of a Thief River Falls teacher. It's unclear if anyone at the party was still in high school. We contacted the school superintendent, who was unaware of the incident, but said they will look to do whatever they can to ensure the safety of their students and staff. We reached out to the teacher involved, but never got a response. Valley News Live was told Thief River Falls Police Chief Dick Wittenberg was in another city. He never returned multiple calls for comment about the investigation. If you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline at 237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. One person was issued a ticket after being surrounded by police on I-94 east of University Drive in Fargo this morning. The traffic stop happened around 7 a.m. when 4 to 5 squad cars surrounded a vehicle and remained there for over 2 hours. Police say a canine searched the vehicle but didn't find anything. The driver was ticketed for driving under suspension and fraudulent registration. A passenger in the car was arrested on a warrant for stolen property. It doesn't look like the snow in Chicago will end anytime soon, according to forecasters. All flights out of Hector International Airport in Fargo to the Windy City were canceled starting this afternoon because of a pending winter storm in that area. So far, 6 to 7 inches of snow has already fallen. And according to Fly Chicago, between both Midway and O'Hare, there have been more than 1,000 cancellations. A Minnesota middle school principal has been placed on administrative leave following accusations of stalking the police detective who was investigating him for electronic crimes. 49-year-old Christopher Endicott of Lakeville was charged with gross misdemeanor for stalking after he was arrested on Tuesday. Last month, police announced they were looking into accusations involving the misuse of school computers by Endicott. 3 men have been arrested and charged with theft of a firearm after police say they stole 2 pistols from a Fargo pawn shop. 24-year-old DeAndre Johnson, 21-year-old Lamont Adams, and 25-year-old Lionel Fraction are in custody. Johnston is facing an additional charge of felon in possession of a firearm. Police say on Tuesday, 2 of the men tried to distract an employee at the pawn shop while another went into a locked pistol case and took 2 guns. A 4th man involved in the case has not yet been identified. It's Friday, time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Fargo police say Timothy Porter is wanted for failure to appear on a drug paraphernalia charge. We have his picture there on your screen. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information. In remembrance of Officer Jason Mosier's death 2 years ago, the Fargo Police Department will be holding a short flag-lowering ceremony with an honor guard and a speech this Sunday. Officer Jason Mosier was shot and killed in 2016 after responding to a domestic disturbance. A rough few days for investors, and experts say there could be more to come. That's still ahead tonight.